Hi, it's Keith Bates here, and today I wanted to come back to the topic of yesterday's video, namely open versus permissioned blockchains, and actually approach it from a slightly different angle, namely one of trust. So something that gets bandied around a lot is the fact that a blockchain allows you to build trust between different parties that are not implicitly trustworthy. But I think there's actually a deeper subtlety in there that allows you to look at why some blockchains can be permissioned and some should be open. And it boils down to tribe sizes. So if you look at how we trust in the real world, people belong to a sort of a tribe. They can handle about 100, 150 connections in any social circumstance. And they trust those connections in a reputational way, in that they're members of the same tribe. It's understood that generally they have the same kind of aims and common goals. Whereas if you expand outwards into, say, a larger organization or a society, you move into a situation where you're dealing with people that you don't actually know. So that's a different kind of trust. Under what circumstances can you trust someone you don't know? Someone who's on the other end of a telephone that you've never met, or is responding to an email that you sent in some company where you bought a product, something like that. So these are two different kinds of trust. And the reason why is that in the reputational case, you have the option of excluding a malicious party from your tribe. And that parallels with the permission blockchain, where if someone misbehaves, you kick them off the blockchain if they just go too far. Whereas in the open blockchain, that's more like the society at large case, in that you are trying to build trust between two parties that may not actually know each other. And historically, the way that we have built that kind of trust is either through a threat of force, either real force, or through the force of law, or by having effectively what is branding, so that you have a reputation associated with a brand, and that makes the brand valuable, and the company doesn't want to destroy the value of the brand by misbehaving, so they're kind of forced in line economically in that case. Now, I think that blockchains, when they are open, actually introduce a third kind of trust. It's not that you can threaten legal action against someone who reverses a transaction, and there's no brand involved because the people at the other end are kind of anonymous. Instead, what a blockchain does is it builds an economic system whereby interests are aligned, because no party is expected to misbehave. They will do themselves financial damage if they do. So that's what I think is interesting about trust in open blockchains. It's a new way of building trust between parties that do not know each other. And this kind of touches on why I think open blockchains are inherently more valuable than closed ones. Even though closed ones may have a purpose, the open blockchain has a much wider audience that can be reached, and because it offers a new way of building trust, I think it has a lot of potential to provide value for all the parties involved, because the thing about human beings in society is that we've done so well technologically and by being able to cooperate on a level that no other species has ever been able to. So that's a little bit more on open versus permission blockchains and bringing in trust this time. And I hope, Marcus Hautala, who commented on my previous post, that you found that a bit, that explains a bit more what I believe about this open versus permissioned spectrum for blockchains. Anyway, I'll wrap that up now. Thank you for listening, and hopefully see you in the next video. Bye for now.